Imagine a world where the sun alone heats your home, even in winter. No bills, no fossil fuels. This isn't science fiction. Over 140 years ago, a simple, reliable technology was invented that could do just that. Today, it quietly heats military bases, factories, and even NASA facilities, yet remains unknown to most of us. Why? The story of how we lost this knowledge is as important as the technology itself. We'll uncover its origins, meet the mind behind it, and see how it was sidelined, then quietly adopted by those who understood its value. Most importantly, you'll learn how to build a piece of this legacy yourself. Every year, we spend fortunes on heating, believing complex systems are our only option. But what if a cleaner, freer alternative has always existed? This is a story of innovation, missed opportunities, and a practical guide to reclaiming forgotten warmth. The power to heat our homes with the sun is our natural inheritance. Let's remember what we were encouraged to forget. Our story begins with Edward Sylvester Morse, a curious mind fascinated by seashells, not classrooms. His passion for observation led him to Harvard and, in 1877, to Japan. There, Morse noticed Japanese homes using dark south-facing walls to absorb sunlight and warm air naturally. He saw how simple design harnessed the sun, creating comfort without fuel or machinery. Inspired, Morse realized this principle could heat American homes through harsh winters. He returned home, no longer just a zoologist, but an inventor on the verge of an energy revolution. By observing how an entire culture worked with nature, Morse found a path to free, endless warmth. His insight led to the world's first patent for a solar air heater. A simple observation became a blueprint for self-reliance. Morse's discovery relies on the thermosiphon effect, natural convection. Think of a hot air balloon. Heat makes air lighter, so it rises. The same principle can heat a building, powered only by sunlight. Here's how it works. First, a dark surface absorbs sunlight, turning it into heat. Next, a clear cover, glass or plastic, traps that heat like a greenhouse. Sunlight passes in, but the cover keeps warmth from escaping. Finally, vents at the bottom and top create a pathway. Cool air enters below, warms up, rises and flows back into the room. This silent loop runs as long as the sun shines. No fans, no fuel. The more sunlight absorbed, the more warmth generated. It's simple physics, harnessed for comfort, free heat, delivered daily. In 1881, Morse patented his solar heater, a shallow box with a glass front and black metal plate. Mounted on a south wall, it drew cool air from a room, heated it, and returned it as gentle warmth. Revolutionary, yet ignored, coal was king, and the world wanted industrial power, not natural elegance. Morse's idea faded but wasn't lost. Decades later, French engineer Félix Trombe and architect Jacques Michel revived it. They built the Trombe wall, a thick, black-painted masonry wall behind glass. It absorbed sunlight by day, then radiated stored heat all night, a true thermal battery. The Trombe wall proved solar heating could work 24/7, not just when the sun was up. A forgotten blueprint became a foundation for passive solar design. The promise of free warmth endured, waiting for rediscovery. For decades, cheap energy made solar heating seem unnecessary, until the 1973 oil crisis. Suddenly, fuel was scarce and expensive. People searched for alternatives. Morse and Tromba's ideas resurfaced. DIYers and architects built solar air heaters and Trombe walls. Government incentives fueled a brief solar boom. Homes with these systems saw heating bills plummet, sometimes eliminating the need for furnaces. These weren't high-tech gadgets, but simple, durable systems anyone could build. Magazines and workshops spread the knowledge, empowering people to take control of their energy. For a moment, it seemed solar heating would become the norm. The sun's promise was nearly fulfilled. The solar boom faded as oil prices dropped and political priorities shifted. Tax credits vanished, and fossil fuel industries pushed centralized energy as the only reliable option. Solar was painted as impractical, suitable only for off-grid dreamers. The idea of free, passive solar heat threatened the business of selling energy. Companies making solar heaters closed. Knowledge faded from public view. Yet the technology didn't fail. The heaters kept working, quietly warming homes. The science stayed the same. Only the story changed. We were sold dependence, not self-reliance. The simple solar heater was pushed aside, not for lack of merit, but because it didn't fit the profit model. Once again, a good idea was quietly forgotten. While solar air heating vanished from homes, it thrived in industry and the military. The US military installed massive solar air systems on bases, valued for their simplicity and resilience. Factories and warehouses with huge heating needs and south-facing walls adopted solar collectors to slash energy costs. Even NASA uses solar air heating for reliable, cost-effective warmth. For these organizations, the technology's value is proven, yet the public is told it's impractical. The contradiction is clear. What's good enough for the military and industry is hidden from ordinary people. The real barrier isn't technical, it's economic and political. The beauty of this technology? You can build it yourself. Take a retired mechanic in Minnesota. He built a simple box, painted metal black, covered it with glass, and cut 2 wall holes. On a sunny winter day, free hot air poured into his garage. The process is straightforward. Build a shallow, insulated box, add a black absorber plate, seal the front with clear glass or polycarbonate, cut vents at the top and bottom, align them with your wall, and mount the collector facing south. When the sun shines, cool air enters below, heats up, and flows back in warm. No moving parts, no fuel, just sunlight and physics. Anyone with basic DIY skills can do it. It's a weekend project that pays off for years. Reclaiming free solar heat is within reach. The lost promise can be yours. We've traced a hidden history, from Morse's forgotten patent to industry's secret heaters. This technology wasn't lost because it failed, but because it worked too well, challenging a system built on selling energy. Building a solar heater isn't just about saving money. It's reclaiming knowledge deliberately obscured. It's a declaration of self-reliance and harmony with nature. Why isn't this taught in schools or standard on new homes? The silence is intentional, a narrative that benefits a powerful few. By questioning it, we can build a more resilient, equitable energy future. Change starts with curiosity and action. Share this story, build a panel, feel the warmth. The sun's energy is democratic. It falls on every rooftop. By reclaiming this knowledge, we reclaim our independence and a future where warmth is a right, not a commodity.